want to show you something. And now this is just how I do it. Now, um, and I'm gonna show you a couple knots that I only use. There's so many knots out there. There's so many complicated ways people do things. And that ain't me, okay? I keep my knots simple. I keep my everything as simple as possible. But I want to show you something here. Now, I love braided line, but I don't use braided line exclusively on everything. Now, I use braided line exclusively on my Texas rigs, on my Carolina rigs, with one exception, and for sure with my jigs. If I'm pitching, I'm throwing uh, braid. Now, why don't I use braid on crankbaits, my and on my jerk baits? It's because it makes bzz, bzz, bzz when you're reeling it in, and that noise no doubt transfers down to that bait. So when I'm using those particular baits, something I'm constantly reeling on, or now sometimes I will. Sometimes I will use a um, my braid on a jerk bait, okay, because you're not constantly reeling, okay, and it just normally that depends on which pole I pick up first. I exclusively use 12-pound test line, and but anyway, what I want to get into is uh, the only time I tie the only time and the only way I tie a mono or a fluorocarbon to my braid is when I use, where am I at? A barrel swivel, okay. What I have in my hand is the braid, and what I have it behind under the barrel swivel is I have 12-pound monofilament line or fluorocarbon, and I got a little Carolina book up here, about 16-inch rotor. Now lines together is with the barrel swivel. Okay, let me back that up a little bit. And if I'm pitching or using a Carolina rig, okay, I will always, exclusively, without a doubt, I will use a bead. I like that knocking noise. I've seen all kinds of complicated knots, how people tie fluorocarbon or mono directly to a braid line. That's just too much of a hassle, too much trouble. Sometimes it does slip loose, and it's not necessarily the way I fish, okay? And it's just a hassle. I use two simple knots fish, and I'm gonna do another video on that. So I'm doing more fishing. I'm taking 30 minutes to tie a stupid knot, okay? But this right here, and I've only got a little quarter-ounce sinker there on there. I'm gonna go do some little light pitching, and but that's it, folks. Keep it simple. Okay, I honestly believe keeping things more simple is you'll catch more bass, and you will absolutely spend more time fishing than farting around with your equipment. Okay, so that's what Less Skymo does. Merely a suggestion, folks. I mean, but just keep it simple. All right, this is Les Skymo, and hey, Shelby Lewis, how you doing? 1779. Thank you for joining me, and I'm gonna make another video as soon as I get the opportunity on my knots. I use 2 knots exclusively. That's it. 2 fishing knots. Keep it simple. I love you. God bless you. Jesus loves you. And I'll see you next time. Let's Sky Mo. I'm out.